This is awesome. I can't stress that enough. This nano is amazing. I was 4D Copter provided me this to test and demo, and honestly, I wasn't expecting that much because you know I almost thought it was just going to be the 1000A with a different color and a micro, and so when it came, I was pleasantly surprised and happy that it wasn't that clone. This is a brand new nano from a new company, and they have been working really hard on this, getting the flight board the way they want it, and they did an amazing job on it. So I have to thank 4D Copter, and I have to, high five those guys for making this thing so awesome. So here's the little nano. Not focusing there. And it's very cool. It's an X design, and the color scheme is really nice. I like it a lot. And so I'm going to try to name some bad, so to be fair, but when I say bad, it's really me just kind of nitpicking an awesome quad. So, there's a few things that I wish were different, but I can't really say that they're that bad because they aren't. So this has one yaw, it has 3 rates, 1 yaw, and the yaw is decent. It could be just a tad faster, just a little bit faster to match the pitch, but it's not a bad yaw. It's a nice yaw, and even if they didn't change it, nobody's going to be disappointed with it. It's a fine yaw. It's just a little bit faster would be better, especially so it could match the pitch, because this thing has an amazing pitch. So then the flip function, when you flip it, it's not quite instantaneous. So you click the flip key and then it will beep, and then you can flip it. I kind of like the ones where you tap it and give input immediately. Because I don't really flip like hovering much. I like to flip in forward flight, and if it's not instantaneous, then it has a little bit of, it slows it down a little bit, in forward flight. I like to back flip so it keeps its speed, and unless you get the timing perfect, it kind of loses its momentum. And then the only other thing, and like I said, I'm nitpicking, it has the red in the front. So the red is in the front and the green is in the back, and that's something that I don't like. But once again, those things, I'm trying to be fair and give a little bit of bad, but they're really not that bad, and none of that stuff should stop you from getting this. I think you should get this. I highly recommend it, and I'll say that a few times. I think you should get this quad. So, the good now, this thing is fast. I'm talking fast, and if you know me, that's one of the most important things. I like fast, and this thing is fast. It's nimble, it's quick in the turns. It's so much fun to fly. It's very responsive, and I can't tell you how much I like this nano. This is probably my favorite nano ever. So yeah, it's awesome. It's a great night flyer. The whole body lights up. It looks really cool at night, and it's fast. I don't know if I mentioned that, but this thing is fast. So another good thing is that it does come with this nano transmitter, but this thing is big. It's like an extra large nano transmitter, and it's comfortable in my hand. It doesn't annoy me at all. The sticks are very nice. They're very responsive. So this transmitter is awesome. I mean, this is the nicest, best nano transmitter I've ever had, and I like it. And if you know me, you know that I despise the nano transmitters. I don't despise this one. I actually like it. It's like double the size of the Cheerson CX10 or most other nano transmitters. It's quite large, and it's nice. It doesn't feel crowded when you're using it. You don't over grip it. You know, this thing is really, really nice. And, you know, props to them for making a bigger one, because a lot of times the little nano transmitters are, you know, it takes away from how fun the actual quad is. And this one doesn't. This one is nice. I can't stress that enough. I'm a fan of this transmitter, even though it's not a full-sized or as big as like the Cyma, you know, X11 transmitter. It's just a little bit smaller than that transmitter, but it feels really nice in your hand. So this transmitter is really nice. So it has 3 rates, and the rate buttons are over here. 1 yaw. The yaw doesn't change with the rates. This is the flip key, and you click it and it'll beep, and then you give input. So like I said, there's a, you know, very slight delay between clicking it and then actually giving input, which is not that big a deal. This also does have headless mode, and you activate it with the speed key. You hold it down and you'll hear it beep and stuff. It works okay. It works pretty good. You know, by now, headless mode in most of these toys, these toy quads, they work well for, you know, a little bit, and then they kind of start losing their heading and kind of drift a little bit. I don't use headless mode, but this does have it, and if you're a fan of spinning the yaw and moving it back and forth, then, you know, it's on here and you can do that. So it does come pre-installed with these prop guards, and they're really, really easy to take off. It's just one screw, which is right here on each motor mount. You do have to replace the screws if you take them off, because it holds the canopy on, so you do have to replace those screws, but it's a very easy process. It took maybe 2 minutes. These really do affect the flight performance of this little nano. If you're a beginner, I would recommend keeping these on to protect, you know, things in your house, to protect you, to protect the quad. Once you learn how to fly, though, you know, taking these off will make this a whole new quad. With these on, it really suffered with quick turns, the funnel turns and stuff. It kind of dipped, you know, the prop wash, you know, it just kind of affects that turning ability. And I flew it one time with these when I first got it, just to test them, and they absolutely did affect the flight performance. Maybe not the flight time so much. I don't think it really affected the time that, you know, that it lasted, but they absolutely affected the flight performance. It's much faster with them off, and it turns so much better with them off. So if you're in an intermediate or an advanced, you know, take these off immediately. You don't even need to test it. I'm telling you now, just take them off. But if you're a beginner, you know, keep them on until you can fly. Then when you take them off, this thing will become a whole new thing, a whole new quad for you. So they do protect pretty well, and they're pretty sturdy. So that's a good thing for you beginners. It does come with the USB charging cable, a full set of spare props, and a prop removal tool, which is pretty nice. And you get about 5.5 minutes of flight time, maybe 6, depending on what you're doing. You know, a decent flight time for nanos, that's, you know, about normal. So it looks like it comes in another color of black and silver, which looks pretty cool. And you know, I would suspect it lights up pretty good in the black and silver too. I mean, this one is orange and black, and it lights up really nice, even though it's a little bit, it's not a white body. So I haven't, oh, it does come, it comes in a few colors, I guess. I've only seen this one, so, but it does have a green and a black and a white. So there are different models out there, I guess, if you can find them. I don't know if they've launched the other models. This is brand new. They literally just launched it. It's very stable, hovers very stable. It flips very well. They're real tight, fast flips. And I don't know, did I mention that this thing is fast? This thing is fast. So, you know, I recommend this quad. You know, I'm saying it right now. I think if you're an enthusiast like me, this should be in your collection, absolutely. So I'm gonna do a little indoor test. I have a bunch of flight demos of it outside, and there'll be more because I love this thing. But I'm gonna do the little indoor thing that I do, and I know this review is gonna run a little long, but that's fine because I love this thing. So I don't mind that it's running very long, and you know, skip forward if you want, you know, do whatever you need, but check out the flight demo. I'll take you through the pitch and the yaw and the 3 rates, do a little bit of indoor flying, and we'll call it a review. Alright, so this is the indoor flight demo of the 4D Copter X Drone Nano 2.0. And you can recalibrate the accelerometer by holding both sticks down and to the left, and it'll blink, and then you're ready to go. So this is on low rates, and here we go. So super stable. So here's low rate pitch. And it's not too bad actually, you know. It's not too docile, but beginners can still fly this pretty good, I think, and it's, you know, not too bad for indoor flights. So here's the yaw rate, and that's the 1 yaw rate, doesn't change. That's all you're getting, and it's not bad. I wish it was just a tad faster, but you know, I'm not going to complain that much. It's pretty nice. So here's mid rates, and here's the pitch. Mid rates, you can get this thing moving pretty fast too. And here's the yaw. So same yaw. Okay, so here's high rates pitch. You can see it gets pretty deep, especially for a nano. And this thing is fast. If I didn't mention that before, this thing's fast. Ooh. So, and here's the yaw. So same yaw. Oop. So get it back over here so you can see that it has the same yaw and high. So let's check out the flips here. Ooh, that was a double flip. That was crazy. So it does give itself a bit of elevation, bit of a throttle punch before the flip. Whoa, another double flip. Nice. Not sure why it's doing that. Maybe I'm holding the button down too long. There's the flips. Whoa, did it again. Huh. I don't know, I think I'm holding the stick too long. Either way, that's pretty awesome. But real nice tight flips. And we'll fly it around here a bit. Let's put it back up to high here. See if I can get it to funnel. Oh, there's the funnels. So not right over one motor pod, but still very nice funnels, very decent. This thing is awesome. I mean, I really can't say enough good things about this little Nano. You know, outside this thing is just so fast and just a joy to fly. So I think that's pretty good enough for the flight demo and review. And that is the 4D Copter Extro Nano 2.0. Amazing, amazing Nano. Highly, highly recommend this for everyone, beginners, intermediates, advanced. Highly recommend this. This is a winner.